Okay, so I've got some more Ricky Gervais tonight. I decided that I wanted to check out this particular video. It's called Ricky Gervais Thug Life Moments Compilation Part 1. I don't exactly know when this video was created, so I'm not sure if it's going to show clippets of his appearance at the Golden Globes earlier this year, which I did see. I didn't watch the Golden Globes, but I did hear about what he did, and I did see a video on YouTube that had all the parts put together. It was hilarious. I loved it. I love that he does this sort of stuff. So I imagine that's kind of what this is. The video itself is about 12 and a half minutes long, so a little on the lengthier-ish side. And you know how sometimes I like to, well, a lot of times I like to stop and make comments. I mean, that's the whole point of a reaction video, right? Is just, well, I mean, for me anyway, I like to have a discussion about it, not just sit here and record myself with my face just watching it. I mean, I know maybe that's what some people like in reaction videos. It's just that, but I try to abide by fair use standards. And so I like to discuss what we're watching. So, I mean, that's also, part of, I've said this before in multiple videos, but some people I've noticed seem to have a real issue that I actually talk about what we're watching, which, it's a discussion sort of channel. So that's the way it is. And so obviously, just forewarning anybody who's never seen any of my videos before, that's what I do. If you don't care for that, then if you'd rather just watch the original video itself and not see me yap about it, I always put the link to the original video in the description down below, so you can go check that out. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. I'm looking forward to what he's going to say. I'm sure I'll agree with most of everything.
You probably know me as the creator of The Office. No, you don't, do you?
You think Steve Carell did it all? Oh, he's brilliant, isn't he, Steve Carell? He's amazing as the bumbling office manager. Where does he get his ideas from? Let's pay it.
Been to a lot of award ceremonies.
That was great.
Here. And someone always gets up and says, oh, I haven't prepared a speech. I didn't think I would win. Well, I knew I'd won. And I didn't prepare a speech. That shows you the contempt I have for this award and this town in general.
Oh, nice. Oh, that is so awesome. I love it. You know what? Someone said something in the comment section of this video about how they could watch him roast Hollywood all day. Something along those lines, complete paraphrasing. But I love it that he does this, that he has a lot of, or that he shows disdain for the Hollywood culture in general. I don't think it's so much that he shows disdain for the industry as far as the product and stuff like that, but I think what he's expressing is annoyance and disdain with the culture of Hollywood. The over-the-top preaching attitude that a lot of people in Hollywood have for the common folk. And how they can be so big-headed about themselves, and it kind of makes them, a lot of them, obviously not all of them, there are some people in Hollywood that are very well grounded, but for a lot of them, it's easy for them to fall into this pattern of thinking that they're better than everybody else. They forget the fact that they really are fundamentally just a human being, like all of us. I always say to myself, and this is probably a little crude, but I always tell myself, they go to the bathroom just like everybody else, to kind of, to cement in your head, or my head anyway, that they're just people. Sometimes you get a little bit excited about people that maybe you meet them in real life, that you've liked their work, you've liked them, I mean, we all get that way. That's kind of normal, but it is good to remind yourself that they are just people. They're not godlike. They're not really fundamentally any better than anybody else in general. So I like it that he kind of skewers them with that.
In general.
You look pumped, buffed, and cut. You are ready to go.
Thank you.
When did this happen, for God's sakes?
It's been a gradual process.
Yeah. Well, what is your goal?
Over 50 years. Started off really small.
Yeah. And what's the matter with your voice?
I've got a sore throat.
Ah.
So that's it.
How long have you had the sore throat?
Just a couple of days.
See, now I had a sore throat around the holidays.
It's all about you, isn't it? It's all about you.
Jennifer Lawrence made the news when she demanded equal pay for women in Hollywood, and she received, overwhelming support from people everywhere.
Please.
There were marches on the street with nurses and factory workers saying, how the hell can a 25-year-old live on 52 million? There were plumbers around the world going, poor girl in town, what's lucky now?
That's good. I mean, at least she was able to laugh about it and shouldn't sit there with a real, look like she sucked on a lemon sort of face. That was good. I mean, really, come on, perspective, you guys. As far as the pay gap, oh my gosh, that has been so thoroughly debunked. And when it comes to women in Hollywood, it's all about their box office draw. If they are not a top tier box office draw, they're not going to pull in the same amount or, the same level of compensation that a male will. And it's not necessarily because they're female, it's just the draw. So there are certainly some female actors that make a ton more than male actors. So it's all about the money. It's all about the financial gain that they can bring. Okay.
Poor girl in town, what's lucky now? So, right, listen, this is, shush, shut up, really, seriously. Right, a few years ago on this show, I made a joke about Mel Gibson getting a bit drunk and saying a few unsavoury things. We've all done it. I wasn't judging him, but now I find myself in the awkward position of having to introduce him again. Listen, I'm sure it's embarrassing for both of us, okay? And I blame NBC for this terrible situation. Mal blames, we know who Mal blames.
Right. And then he beat that beer.
Listen, I still feel a bit bad for it, right? Mel's forgotten all about it, apparently. That's what drinking does. No.
Oh, is that
I
wine?
want to say something nice about Mel before he comes out. Oh yeah, okay, here you go. I'd rather have a drink with him in his hotel room tonight than with Bill Cosby. Please, Malcolm. Mel Gibson.
That's funny. How does Mel react to that? Oh, he's good. Good sport about it. Okay. Hey, don't give it to him.
Yeah.
Don't leave that with
I
me.
love seeing Ricky once every 3 years because it reminds me to get a colonoscopy.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Well, if you'd left your drink, you don't need to leave your drink here. I'll put you to sleep another way, son of a bitch.
Listen,
Yes.
can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
No.
I think we all want the answer to this.
Oh, no.
I
Okay.
don't know. Ask the guy that said it. It wasn't me.
Okay. They bleeped it out, so I have no idea what he said. I am going to assume maybe it had to do with his drunken rant video, but I have no clue. That's a little frustrating, but maybe it was really considered very offensive.
Let's say I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner.
I'm sorry. I apologize if this is too loud. I forget that sometimes when I laugh, it kind of makes the audio clip, and I don't mean that. So trying to rein back the laughter, but sometimes it just hits me unexpectedly.
Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but...
Mainly Star Trek memorabilia, because I love Star Trek.
Such a nerd. Have you never been in a Star Trek?
No, I've never been in a Star Trek, but I love the original series. So I have, I have the Gorn head from the original series from the episode Arena, where
I know.
I didn't hear understand what you said.
the Gorn head. Okay. I have.
Oh,
The Gorn head.
What channel are we on now? What is this again? Where are you now?
We're on TBS.
Right, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, no, it's a growing concern.
Okay.
It's really in 30 years we're going to be.
What channel? What number on the dial?
Well, if it depends what medium you're using. Direct TV would be 247.
247.
247.
Who finds it? They're definitely looking for porn if they find it. There's no way you go through
he's so quick-witted.
But when they get here, they go, "Oh, this will do. I'm too tired anyway." Other celebrity scandal: Justin Bieber nearly had to take a paternity test. What a waste of a test that would have been. No, he's not the father. The only way that he could have impregnated a girl was if he'd borrowed one of Martha Stewart's old turkey basters. Open wide.
The town in Minnesota has canceled plans to change the name of a street called Stoner Avenue. It's a weird street, and instead of saying stop, all the signs say chill, bro.
Sorry. Yeah, you're not giving them. You know, they come out, they park their cars, they've got babysitters, they haven't paid. Why would you? That'd be mental. But if I was you, I'd be going, thank you so much, these people, and giving them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm not doing that.
It was shoddy. It was, I mean, you didn't write it, and that's, but do it like it's your own. Do it like you were clever enough to come up with this joke yourself, okay? On a serious note, just looking at all the faces here reminds me of some of the great work that's been done this year by cosmetic surgeons. You all look great. I've had a little bit of work done. I've had cheek implants. They put them there, which is annoying.
I never knew you were this weird.
Really?
No, because you kept it. We worked together for a couple of days. And
I know.
You're absolutely mental.
In a nice way?
Yeah.
His face like no.
I haven't offended anyone. I didn't mean. It's not my fault. There's a lot of powerful people here, so if I said it's...
Blamed it on that.
Honestly, I like a drink as much as the next man. Unless the next man is Mel Gibson.
Oh, dear.
If we're out or something,
I wonder if that was before or
I
after.
sort of like
the other
lag behind and get Jane by herself with no one on, and I take a picture of her and I tweet Jane with all her friends.
Yeah. So imagine. Here's one you tweeted of Jane. Jane thinking about making new friends.
I went, Jane, look at those crows.
But does she not know you're doing it? Does she not think, where is he? Where is he?
She sees the tweet.
Jane thought she'd made a new friend, but it was just a shadow. Which is the next one. Just found this photo of Jane when she was little. There had to be a gift. You must have given her a gift after that.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's what being in a relationship for 30 years does.
That's funny.
Jane is looking so happy because her new friend hasn't walked away yet.
The Golden Globes is...
That's so funny. they must have an absolutely wonderful relationship. That he does stuff like that, and he's not doing it to be cruel. He's just playing with her, and she's clearly used to this by now, because I mean, like you said, 30 years, well, as of the recording of that, but I don't know how long it is, how much time has gone by now, but anyway, that's funny.
Yeah.
The Golden Globes is shown all over the world. It is oblivious to colour or creed. It doesn't just celebrate talent, it celebrates difference. It crushes prejudice and stereotype. One stereotype I hate is that all Irishmen are just drunk, sweary hellraisers. Please welcome Colin Farrell.
Why didn't you do more than 12 episodes?
Because I was tired. I need it.
I don't know what show they're talking about.
I need to lie down. I got the attention span of a toddler. I can't believe you've done this show this long. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either.
I can tell your heart's not in it anymore.
No,
but
I couldn't care less anymore. Here.
What's he trying to do?
You see what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
Hey, you try it.
Stretching his
No,
arm?
I can't.
Come on. It's the only. This will get rid of.
This, sorry,
Huh? What?
how is this not a breakdown? What are you doing? What are you doing?
That actually looks like that is really good for the upper back, and I feel like I should do that right now. I really want to do that sort of stretch. Okay, sorry, I'm so distracted by things sometimes, especially I have such, I've got these chronic neck and upper back issues, and when I see stuff like that, I want to be there stretching my back like that. Like, I like to watch Cairo videos because I'm living vicariously through the people getting their spine adjusted.
Breakdown. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm trying to help you.
That's amazing.
But available for streaming.
I've never seen you so animated.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Thank you. On Netflix.
I thought you were giving up.
Okay.
I honestly just thought you were seeing this out, biding the time out. I was thinking of I wouldn't be long till I was there.
Oh,
and now...
Well, you think maybe I should? Maybe
You've got a second wind. Go for it. Why would you...
But actors aren't just loved here in Hollywood, they are loved the world over because they're recognisable. You can be anywhere. You could be in the third world, okay, and you get a glimpse of a Hollywood star and it makes you feel better, okay? You could be a little child, a little Asian child with no possessions and no money, but you see a picture of Angelina Jolie and you think, oh, Mummy. You're 65 this Thursday, aren't you?
That's correct, yes.
You can't use this till Thursday. This is official. I got you a bus pass and senior citizens.
Oh, it's a Metro card. There it is.
Senior citizen. That's funny. Reduced here. Wow, that's a while back.
I want to say something nice about Mal before he comes out. Oh yeah, okay, here you go. I'd rather have a drink with him in his hotel room tonight than with Bill Cosby.
That's
Please, Malcolm. Mal Gibson.
That edit
Ricky
was
Gervais has a new game show here on ABC called Child Support, and he really wanted to be here to promote it in person, but he's very busy not being here to promote it in person. So he made a video, he sent a video, and I don't know exactly what the nature of the video is.
Yeah, hi, Jimmy. Sorry I'm not there in person, but, I can't be bothered, to be honest. But I've seen the show, I get the gist of it. How could you replace Kiefer Sutherland in 24? I'd love to see a real anti-terrorist agent try and defuse a bomb in a busy train station in 1 hour. Some of those scenes, by the way, where Kiefer grabs someone and beats them to a pulp, they weren't even in the script. The director just said, keep rolling, we'll work it into them.
Oh, so is it done? Okay, that was quick. Oops. Reminder, I need to take my inhaler. I'll snooze it for a few minutes. So, okay, well, this this was Ricky. I mean, I feel like I've kind of already added a lot of my thoughts as the video went on. I can't think of much else to add other than just to reiterate that I really like Ricky. You know, I respect that he's not got this inflated sense of self. I mean, maybe some people feel like he does. Maybe some people feel like he's just a complete tailhole because of the things that he says. It's just really like it's not socially acceptable for him to say the things that he says, you know, the roasting that he does. And maybe some people feel like that's just a sign of him being full of himself. I don't really get that feel about him. I don't get the sense that he is full of himself. I mean, because on his Twitter, because I do follow him on Twitter, he's often sort of putting himself down as like, why would you even want to come spend this time watching my videos? Because he does like a video or something every week or something like that. And I mean, maybe you could argue, well, that's just part of his persona / performance for the public. But I feel like that what we see of him is the real him. I mean, obviously we don't know because we're not him, and you know, we're not a daily part of his life, but I feel like he's pretty genuine. And I like that he just doesn't have much tolerance with the superior type attitude, like I said, that people in his industry often project toward others. And I think that's pretty cool. I wish we had more people like that did that, because maybe it would if enough people did it, maybe it would sort of kind of help rein in the egos of some actors in the industry. But I don't know, maybe not. Whatever. But I love it that when he comes out to these award shows, you never know what he's going to say. So if you have him on, I mean, it created it was like this big deal whenever he did what he did, the Golden Globes. And I was thinking to myself, well, why should this really surprise anybody? Because this is what he does. And the people that had him come there, the organizers or whatever, whoever had him come to be the host, like he was, they knew. So it can't be that they were surprised or anything like that. Now, people have said, well, this will be the last appearance he has, but I doubt it. He's hosted the Golden Globes and other award shows. How many times? A lot. So I don't think it'll be the last time. And I look forward to whenever he does it again. Now, there are other videos on here, other compilation videos. There's a part 2 of this, I know. There are also videos of all of his performances on the Golden Globes, kind of just, you know, mushed together. There's videos as well of not just all of them, but just like specific ones for certain, you know, for an individual year. So I don't know which one I would check out first. We'll see. But I do have part 2 of this in my list, and I'll go searching for some other stuff, obviously. No, I've got more than that in my list. I've got some other little bits that he did, some stuff about religion, and I can't remember if one about politics in general. I don't recall. But anyway, I will be returning to Ricky Gervais because I love this guy. I like to listen to what he has to say, even if I may not always agree with his take on certain things. I still appreciate what he has to share and look forward to the next video whenever I can get around to it. But as of now, it's not tomorrow, but I have to go to bed kind of early. So I'm going to go ahead and call this quits. Later, guys.